It's the unfortunate fact that we can't think about any circumstance that affects well-being without distorting its importance. We might be thinking of ourselves and of other people in terms of two selves. There is an experiencing self who lives in the present and knows the present. It's capable of reliving the past, but basically it has only the present. And then there is a remembering self. And the remembering self is the one that keeps score and maintains the story of our life. Those are two very different entities, the experiencing self and the remembering self, and getting confused between them is part of the mess about the notion of happiness. Experience is our life. It's the finite resource that we're spending while we are on this earth. And how to spend it would seem to be relevant, but that is not the story that our remembering self keeps for us. The biggest difference between them is in the handling of memory.
And then we played soccer by the cliff.
Yeah, Miles nearly kicked it off the cliff, but I managed to catch it.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna read this every night. Thank you.
As if you're going to read like a chapter in a
I
month.
bet you I can read all of this in 2 nights.
Aye.
No, well, for sure. I mean, like, if I want to be a writer when I grow up, like if I want to write stories, then I gotta...
Basically, you can look at this, as a tyranny of the remembering self, and you can think of the remembering self sort of dragging the experiencing self through experiences that the experiencing self doesn't need. From the point of view of the experiencing self, if you have a vacation and the second week is just as good as the first, then the 2-week vacation is twice as good as the 1-week vacation. That's not the way it works at all for the remembering self. For the remembering self, the 2-week vacation is barely better than the 1-week vacation because there are no new memories added. You have not changed the story. And in this way, time is actually the critical variable that distinguishes our remembering self from our experiencing self. Time has very little impact on the story.
Hey Miles,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of late, but do you want to go out and play soccer on the cliff?
And you can ask, what happens to these moments? And the answer is really straightforward. They are lost forever. You have not changed the story. A very critical part of a story is how it ends. And the one that is worse is the one where pain was at its peak at the very end. It's a bad story. The bottom line of what I've said here is that we really should not think of memory as a substitute for well-being. It is a completely different notion. And even when we think about the future, we don't think of our future normally as experiences. We think of our future as anticipated memories. There is a conflict between your two selves, and you need to think about how to adjudicate that conflict, and it's actually not at all obvious.
She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashore shells, I'm sure. So if she sells on the seashore, and I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
If you think in terms of time, then you get one answer. And if you think in terms of memories, you might get another answer. There seems to be a discrepancy. Now, I may be a bit extreme, in how little appetite I have for consuming memories. But even if you do more of those, there is a genuine question. Why do we put so much weight on memory relative to the weight that we put on experience?
Hey Miles,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of late, but do you want to go out and play soccer on the cliff?
I mean, most of the moments of our life, most of them are completely ignored by the remembering self. And yet, somehow you get the sense that they should count, that what happens during these moments of experience is our life.